When you think of a typical office setting, you hear sounds like this. Not like this. But at the Humane Society of the United States, they've been able to successfully combine both in their Gaithersburg headquarters since 2006.
This is Kaya. She's about 12 years old, and she's been coming with me since 2014 when I started here. That was actually one of the draws of working at the Humane Society of the United States, the fact that I could bring her with me. Ever since I got her when she was 1, she's been coming to work with me.
2 years after a successful Dogs at Work program, and the organization has published a book on how other workplaces can follow suit.
Obviously, the first thing is to gauge employee interest. Are there people who want this benefit? You would also need volunteers to be on the committee. You know, like I said, we have a Pets in the Workplace committee. You have to create rules and make sure those rules are enforced. So as you can see, we don't have dogs running around. All the dogs are baby gated into our cubicles. We obviously want to make sure that we get their vaccination records. We do color-coded nameplates for the dogs. So each color represents a level of socialization. So if a visitor were to come to your cubicle while you're not there, they can tell if your dog is super friendly and you have no problem petting it, or if it's more shy and anxious and maybe, to approach with caution.
Do you know, I wouldn't have taken the job if it hadn't been dog friendly.
Carol Misseldine worked from home for years, building a small consulting firm from the ground up with Bonnie by her side. That is, until she got the offer to come and work here.
And as I was thinking about transitioning from working at home all the time to working in an office environment, of course I thought, well, what about Bonnie? And then, but they let me know they have a pet-friendly policy and that she could come to work with me. So problem solved. It clinched the deal.
Molly Feldman went from being an intern to running the organization's social media. She says this would be a tough first job to ever give up.
We do a lot of good here, but that good has to stem from something bad. And, it's really good to have your pet there as a support system. Sometimes you're just stuck at your desk for so long and your dog looks at you and you're like, okay, let's go for a walk. We have a dog park out back. So all the dogs get to go out and play. And it really makes coming to work more fun. The dogs enjoy it because they get to stay with you instead of home alone all day. They get to make new friends. You get to make new friends.
And research suggests Molly is right. A few years ago, VCU's School of Business conducted the first ever quantitative study on dogs in the workplace. They surveyed cortisol levels, the hormone linked to stress, in 450 people and split them into 3 groups: those with dogs who came to work, those with dogs left at home, and those who were not pet owners. They found the lowest overall stress levels in employees who brought their pets to the office.
They really should stress the benefits of having dogs in the workplace to their employees. Like you said, research has shown it decreases stress, improves productivity, improves morale, and just makes people happier.
All right, and you may be thinking, of course they allow dogs at work. It's the Humane Society. That's what they do. But there are more companies across the U.S. that allow dogs in their offices, including Google, Cliff Bar out in California, Amazon.com in Seattle, and Bissell, the vacuum cleaning company. They're based in Michigan, and they also allow dogs in the workplace. And just in case you were wondering, there's about 150 dogs that the Humane Society allows across their 2 campuses here in the D.C. area. The place was serene. It was not a zoo. It was actually very quiet. I didn't get one piece of dog hair on me, and the place actually smelled great. Didn't smell like dogs at all. Back to you guys in the studio. And research suggests Molly is right.